All right, welcome back. So today we're building something simple, very, very simple. And this was out of necessity, and I'm not using recycled materials on this one. Just upfront about that. It was cheaper for me to use just bought material because of the size of it. I needed to be pretty much exact, and I just went and got what I needed on this one. So I acquired a mini fridge, but I have nowhere to put it in here. So I decided to build a small table to hold it up and to be able to roll a floor jack under it. So 4 legs and a table is fine for me. Now, I bought pre-cut 2x4s and I have clamped them all together. And I got one side totally flat and this side, they're close. I mean, there's always human error on a chop saw. So I'm just going to put this on the rotary sander or the bench sander over here and flatten this edge. And then these will be the legs. And the top is just a pre-cut 2 foot by 2 foot inch thick piece of plywood that's been sanded. So it should be really quick. I'm just going to speed up like I do everything. So enjoy when we get to it. And I did hook up the vacuum this time to the output on this guy because this is going to be a lot of dust in here in a second. Shot back feature on a sander is nice. It's definitely until I get the ventilation system up and running. That is really nice to have. Let me just get the work table up. All right. Let's know we got 4 perfect legs. Yeah, you can't even feel the separation between them. You never have too many of these quick clamps. I know these are not a great brand, but they don't slip or anything like that, so I guess don't judge me on that one. Especially, you can paint whatever and not care because they're not very expensive. Alright, so that's the legs. We'll grab the. Alright, and here is a 2x2. I feel like there's a slight bend in this. And I really don't know. So I'm going to test it with a square. Carpentry square. and just set it on it. And I'm going to look for any crack to see if this is level or not. All right, there is a slight bow in it. It's probably 1/10 of a millimeter, but across half of it, so 1/8 of a millimeter across the whole thing. So that's flat enough. It's not going to affect what I'm doing with it. Oh, legs are just going to go in the corners, like so. I'm going to screw all these guys in, and that's pretty much built. I got some much cheaper wood. This is all pressure treated that I might make to cross brace the sides. So we'll see if I get into that or not. We'll find out. So I'm just going to square them up to the edge. And with my pencil, just mark where the glue needs to go. And this will keep it in orientation. So I don't make one leg this way and one that way or something silly. And I'm not worried about excess glue on this one because nobody would see it even if I did it. This is the most utilitarian thing I've made, I think. Well, I guess the hook might not have been, but dry wood glue is always fun. Shake, shake, yeah. Shake, shake. All right, a little bit on that one. A little bead on that one. A little bead on that one. And a little bead on that one. And I said bead. That's not really quite correct. It is a strip or a line of glue. Now it's going to zoom you in on this one so you can see what I'm doing. So I just have a shop paintbrush. You can get a pack of these. They're real cheap. The bristles will come out. But to spread glue, they're great. And they're seriously like a couple dollars for a pack of like 12. So Q-tips work pretty well for this too. I like Q-tips for epoxy actually. That was odd. It sounded like someone tried to open my garage door. Oh, I can hear it's windy out there. Oh wow, it's already dropped about 40 degrees here since I was outside last. All right. I'll put that center frame for you. There you go. I know this isn't too easy to see because it's not contrasting colors. But I promise you I'm doing it. Very thin coat of screw or glue but that's not where it's going to get strength. This is actually almost entirely just to hold it when I screw it in. And I don't have clamps that can handle holding the end of the legs to this. So instead, I'm, just going to put something on top of it to hold it all at once. There we go. And then I don't wash these. I just let them sit and dry. And I'll dip them all in acetone and take off all whatever's on it. That's probably not a good practice. I wouldn't do that if it's important. But just so you know what's up. That's what I'm doing. Was that for me? That might have been for me. I was like, hey, look, they actually drew a line where they cut, but I think that was from when I traced around it. No, it isn't. It's actually all the way around it, and I only did one side of it. It's funny. The things you see. So I'm just going to set this one here. Make sure it's nice and flush. And I'm doing the back ones because this is overhanging slightly and I don't want it to tip. And I'm putting the nicer side of the wood out, the side you would see. Man, this wood glue's already grabbing. That's another nice thing. The thinner coat you can put, the weaker the eventual bond will be. But it dries much faster. So, like for me, I want this done tonight. The whole thing. So, by doing a nice thin, even coat, I'm going to give this half an hour, come back, put the screws in, and it's done. I'll put 2 screws per leg. That holds 50, 100, 800 pounds. No, 400 pounds of back and forth pressure is what it would take to break one of these joints off. And that's using a 2-inch wood screw. Just fun fact for you. All right. So we're going to just let that dry and we'll come back. All right. So, wow, that one gets strong up there. All the legs are now set. They're not cured by any means. Oh, yep. So, I'm take my square and swap to a red pencil to mark exactly where I'm going to do some countersinks into the top to screw those legs down. So put 2 in each one. And make sure it's centered. So we're going with 1 and I'm going to say 2.5. And same with all of them. there's a knot in this one, so that's going to be fun. So I got my marks. You can't see them. They're very faint red. But I will zoom into this corner for you. And we will start our drilling. I do use multiples on drills. So this is a countersink bit, which I have got a lot of use out of. This countersink. So it drills your manhole, then it drills the screw head basically. So I'm just gonna line it up. Two holes. And that goes straight into the wood under it also. Up here. So we're going to use just some black. There we go. It's nice. 2.5 inch screws to hold that down. There we go. So there she is. And with just the fridge that only weighs 30 pounds or roughly on top of this, that ain't going nowhere. So that's really it. Yeah, just a 2 foot high, 2 foot by 2 foot box, basically. But it ain't going nowhere. All the edges are nice and smooth. And that will hold the mini fridge just fine. And just to prove it, there we go. A little bit of wiggle, but not enough to care about. And this was just to make this at, grab a drink height. And it still had to fit under a ledge that I have where I'm going to put this. So, works for me. Wonder if I should add some steel supports to this, just in case. I have them, I might as well use them. Yeah, I think I'm going to. So, mini fridge is gonna go back down to the ground. Oh, there we go. Flip this guy. I have magnets all over the place. So let's bring y'all in. You can see what I'm doing here. There you go. All right, so I got a couple options in stock. Got some chonky boys. I believe these are 5.5 by 5.5, which we can do something along those lines with it. Or just some little corner brackets. I think we're going to use the little ones. I don't think this, it's fairly strong is what I'm saying already. I don't think it needs these big guys. I only have 3 big ones left anyways. So we're going to put them on the insides. And it's just kind of random, doesn't have to be exact. I'm going to make them exact, they don't have to be. And then side to side movement. I'm going to go there, 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 yep, there and there. So that should be plenty of extra supports to hold all this. Yeah. So I need some screws. Box of little screws somewhere around here. All right. Yeah, it should be good. So we're going to need quite a bit. So I'm going to go with these little button heads here, which won't pierce through the wood. So that's what we're going with. These little guys here. It's actually fairly chunky. Right. Yeah, you can totally sit on that. There's no reason you couldn't. So it has a little out. I need to put some rubber stops on the back of that. All right. So she is built. And I will eat my words. I weigh. Yeah, okay. So I weigh about 250 pounds, and I'm sitting on it just fine. I can rock it a little bit if the ground's not even. Which I'll zoom you all the way out so you can see this will support me. It's actually fairly solid. So, hope you liked this video. I know it's a quick one. is easy as far as we'll progress. Give me ideas, things to build. And that's going to help me out so I can come up with a video a week for y'all. If I can pull it off in a week, I will. I'm working on another project. It's a mat box. And that one's going to take me a little bit longer because it's a lot more involved in something like this. Total film time was only 30 minutes on this. The claw video, that was 8 hours of footage. So that gives you an idea. Something like this I could do every day, all day long. The more involved videos, it's going to take some time for me, as of right now. But until the next video, I'm going to stop rambling and swear in one of these videos. I'll just not talk, make up for it. Yeah, so this one's in the bed. It's done. I'll see y'all on the next one.